How's it going, guys? John from Full Auto Airsoft, and today on this episode of Full Auto Airsoft TV, we're going to be taking a look at a brand new gun from G&G called the Predator. This is from their Combat Machine line. They do have two, though, Combat Machine and Top Tech line. This one specifically is the Combat Machine line. So I love the way this gun looks. With the whole new design that they did on the front of the rail and how it kind of sits flush with the front of the barrel, it's an awesome look. And I know this is going to definitely be a remembered look of all time. But we're here today to figure out what it does and what it will do for you and what it comes with. So we're going to start from the back and work our way forward. On the back here, it's a new stock that G&G released. The initial release on it was with the SR series of guns, which are right behind me. It's a really neat stock. So it's a crane stock, and it's got a cool little hidden compartment right there for any batteries that you want to store, CR123s for flashlights, PEC boxes, anything like that. The other really neat thing is how it opens up. I do always have a little bit of trouble with it because I got no nails, but right on the top, there's a little button. Push the button in, and it slides over, accessing the back of the gun. Gives you the two crane stock ports that you need for your batteries, and then in the middle is the wire, just like any other crane stock design. But the nice thing is, you can't lose the end of the buttstock because it's still attached. It's great. So, once you put your battery in, lock it in place, it goes nowhere. Now, the other really neat thing is they actually have a locking mechanism in it. So when you unlock it to adjust it where you want, it will still slide if you put enough force on it. But once you lock it, it goes nowhere. And it doesn't really move as well. It's a really nice sturdy stock. So that's as far as the back end goes, and I'm loving that so far. The next big thing is they actually updated their sling point. So on the new sling point, they have completely ambidextrous. So it's got one on both sides for lefties and righties. Moving a little on forward, the new charging handle is really, really nice. It's also ambidextrous. It allows you to pull it back from either side. And on this specific model, the charging handle does open up the charge port. So that allows you to pull back and adjust your hop up. Unlike the other Raiders, you have to open it up manually. This one, fully functional. All right. Moving on a little more forward, we'll stay with the upper receiver and then go to the lower. So it's got flip-ups, front and rear. Really nice design, very nice and slim. And it says G&G armament on the front of them, which is a cool little touch. It's got the monolithical rail all the way across the front. Really nice design so that you don't have to worry about that little hump in between the body and the rail system itself. And then coming all the way to the front end, it's got a key mod rail. The key mod rail gives you side and bottom, which is really nice for any additional accessories you want to put. Or if you stop by our shop, we offer accessories specifically for key mod rails. We've got vertical grips, we've got rail covers, and we actually just got in a brand new angled grip. Really neat design. Check out our Facebook, we posted pictures up there. Going to the lower receiver, they put a new pistol grip on. This was originally introduced on the SR series of guns as well. It's a ergonomic grip, very, very comfortable. Moving forward from there, it's got an ambidextrous mag release. I don't know if you picked up on the trend. This gun's starting to be a little more ambidextrous. Charging handle, sling plate, mag release. I know. So, you can release the mag from both sides. The bolt catch is still not functional, and the forward assist is still not functional. But those aren't things you really need to play. Alrighty, so they did do a single-sided selector. They haven't done an ambidextrous selector. That's a little different. But from there, the body is polycarbonate. The rail is full metal. It's actually an anodized, they state a hard anodized rail, which pretty much means it's going to be a little more durable. But the polycarbonate body does not feel polycarbonate. It feels very well built. It's got no movement between the upper and the lower receiver. The rail does not twitch whatsoever. It's built to last. And that's something that we've been lacking in the world of airsoft, built to last. But this is in that category. Now, it's pretty, it's beautiful, but what's inside is the key feature of the new line of guns from G&G that I'm in love with. So, I want to say about a year ago, a couple of companies released guns with MOSFETs. For those of you who don't know, MOSFETs are a multitude of different things. Ideally what it is, it's an electronic switch that allows the gun to do a couple of different things. The basic MOSFETs prevent voltage spikes. Little more serious versions will add in active braking, LiPo monitoring, all that type of stuff. The nicer ones on top of there will give you 3-round burst or burst options. And then the really nice ones, they'll give you a buttoned trigger. And what I mean by that is, instead of the traditional analog contacts where it's 2 metal ones and another metal one, and when you pull the trigger, they touch together, makes a circuit, this one is a physical button that the trigger will touch. Now the nice thing about that is you can't melt it. So that being said, you don't have to worry about melting down your trigger mech anymore. This can't really melt down from current. That aside though, it offers 3-round burst. You've got fire, safe, semi, and full auto. If you put it to semi and hold the trigger for 10 seconds, it will actually switch full auto to 3-round burst. Awesome feature. If you want to go back though, all you got to do is unplug the battery, wait a couple of seconds, plug it back in. If you just unplug and plug back in, it will actually hold it and it won't go back to full auto, it will stay on 3-round burst. Other than that, it does have a LiPo monitoring system in here. I did look in the manual and I did see it. I haven't fully checked out how it works yet though, but that is something to look forward for. Other than that, it does do full rotations. So that's one of the things that I've always liked, is a unit that does a full rotation no matter how little you pull the trigger. So if you tap the trigger, blow on the trigger, whatever you want to do, it will always fully rotate so the spring sits in its forward position at rest. So when you go from full auto or 3-round burst, if you just tap it, if you set it to 3-round burst and you tap the trigger, doesn't matter how little it is, it will continue to do all 3 rounds until it's done. Other than that, it's got the known reliable G&G internals we've come to love. It's got an 18,000 RPM motor in it. It's got a brass 608 barrel, which isn't the greatest, but it's not bad. It holds up for what it is. It's got the cold resistant G&G green bucking. I really like them a lot. Very, they mold very well to meet up and mesh with the air nozzle to create an amazing seal. Other than that, 18-to-1 gears, standard. A standard compression system, standard 1-tooth metal piston, but that's all upgradable. That's what's, to you, the project. Make it your own. Make it shoot 40 rounds a second. Swap out the motor to do something crazy. Whatever you want, we can also do that though. But other than that, we did a chrono, and with a 7.4 volt LiPo, it fires 330 feet per second with a 0.20 gram BB. And we got a consistent 11 rounds a second. That wasn't a fully charged battery. That was slightly on the deader side, but it was 11 rounds a second, which is a respectable number. With a standard nice little upgraded motor, you could probably push it up 16, 17 rounds a second. Effective range should be anywhere between 100, 120 feet. Effective, man-sized target, not talking the bright side of a barn. But other than that, it's a reliable gun. That's what G&G is known for, is reliability. Knowing you can pick up this gun, go and play. And the chances of it breaking are very slim. And that's why we all love them. So, if you have any further questions about this, feel free to leave a comment down below. Hit us up on Facebook or Instagram. Try to be on it as much as possible so we can answer at a fast rate. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and we will see you next time on Full Auto Airsoft TV.